This video is going to be on the corrected white blood cell count. The corrected white blood cell count is performed when there are greater than 5 nucleated red blood cells per 100 white blood cells. And this is performed because most analyzers don't recognize the difference between white blood cells and nucleated red blood cells. So they essentially count all the nucleated red blood cells as white blood cells. So your total white blood cell count actually represents the sum of the white blood cells and the nucleated red cells. So you perform this corrected white blood cell count by first performing your 100 white blood cell differential, and at the same time you're keeping track of the number of nucleated red blood cells you see per 100 white blood cells. So it's done at the same time. There's an extra button on the differential counter. So in an example, let's say that the automated white blood cell count, the count that your hematology analyzer gave you, was 10,000 nucleated cells per microliter. Then we're going to plug these numbers into a formula to determine the corrected white blood cell count, which is the actual white blood cell count in this case. So it's corrected white blood cell count equals the automated white blood cell count times 100 over the nucleated red blood cells per 100 white cells plus 100. So this last fraction, the 100 over the NRBCs plus 100, this represents the fraction of all of the nucleated cells that are white blood cells. Okay, so let's plug in our numbers, 1,000 for the white blood cells and 20 for the NRBCs. And then you can calculate the fraction of nucleated cells that are white blood cells. And then you multiply the automated white blood cell count by the fraction of all nucleated cells that are white blood cells, and then you get your actual white blood cell count, which is 8,300 white blood cells per microliter.